he'll probably get 25, 30 million guaranteed out of that deal. But it's the idea that Jaguars are going to come a-calling. The Browns might come calling because those are
definitely going to
have lots of money. And, it's going to be the bad teams. Now, the Saints right now, roughly right around $26 million, I believe, is the number. And I believe they're going to redo Jared Bird's contract. So they're going to have, in my estimation, around the time when the salary cap is all set, the Saints are going to have somewhere around 32 to 34 million cap space. I think that's going to get eaten up some by Willie Snead. I definitely believe they're going to go after Ron Leary. And I would not at all if they either traded for or signed a free agent corner. I don't think they're going to take the chance of trying to sign one of the premier pass rushers. I don't think they're going to try that. I think they're going to try to draft and fill that spot. I mean, if offensively, it will not shock me to see the Saints give up 2018 first or second round pick to trade back into the first round and draft a guy like Christian McCaffrey. It's just not going to shock me, especially if they win this game.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely possible. I don't like the sound of that, but we've got precedent for it. We did it for Ingram. That's turned out pretty well considering the past 3 years. I just hate to think about that because we've only got 6 picks as it is. But I will say this, and a lot of people need to keep this in mind, is we have about $36 million going in by my numbers next year. But you also have like the Cleveland Browns are estimated to have over $100 million in cap next year. The San Francisco 49ers have $87 million, I think. And I forget what the number is, but there's a certain amount you have to spend in the NFL or there's a penalty. So you have to pay a certain amount, get a certain amount of players. Basically, it's a competitive rule. I mean, to keep you not having, me and you signed off the streets for $500,000 each and having a horrible team, but you're making buku money because you're the owner and didn't spend anything. You got to spend a lot. The $36 million for us sounds like a ton, but that $36 million still puts us in 23rd place in terms of overall cap availability. That's a huge improvement from 32nd every daggum year. But that's still not a lot to where if they want to get crazy and start signing corners for $15 million a year, we simply can't afford to go into that battle because there are some decent corners coming out, but not amazing, that are going to get way overpaid. There's some pass rushers. There's a lot of quality pass rushers coming out for 3-4 defensive ends, 3-4 outside linebackers, and 4-3 DEs who are going to get overpaid. And it just all depends where we decide to land on it because I don't want to sit on the money either. And if we do redo Jairus Bird's contract, as you insinuated as a possibility, which I agree with, that would push us around $40 million in cap space, which would help a lot. But, man, you really got to be picky and choosy who you want to go after here because it's not just like the Saints have money. This year it seems
that has a lot of money, the ability to win. And I think a guy like Jason Pierre-Paul is the exception to the rule when it comes to guys who are looking for money because in his position, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he has a Super Bowl ring. I could be mistaken about that. If he does, then he's a little bit different than most guys simply because he already has a Super Bowl ring. Now it's about him chasing the check. You've already got the ring. Now you're going to chase the check. So I can see Jason Pierre-Paul going to a San Francisco because they're offering the most money to rebuild that defense, especially because they had like 20 guys retire within like a 2-year span. And of course, I'm over exaggerating, but it was a fair share amount of people that decided they were going to call it quits, including stud middle linebacker Patrick Willis. So I can see them spending that kind of money on a guy like them. But with a guy like a Tremaine Johnson or some of the other corners that are gonna be available, guys like that, they want to cash in, but they also want to win. His partner, Janoris Jenkins, just got a $62 million contract, $28 million guaranteed, roughly about $12 million per year. I think Jermaine Johnson can definitely get a comparable contract like that because, of course, we know in the NFL the only thing you have to get paid is your guaranteed money. Well, the guaranteed money is going to be somewhere around $6 million a year on a contract like that.
Yeah,
that's very sustainable for the Saints. For an elite corner, I think that's very much an option. So
but remember that you can't really base that because you're not going to sign anybody at that level next year for that contract, and that's what worries me. Is one, the Saints have shown that they are going to dish out a lot of guaranteed money for big free agents. They have. I mean, the Jarris Byrd, who we're probably going to segue this into, who has done phenomenally better compared to his first couple years, is an example of a lot of guaranteed money. Junior Gillette, a ton of guaranteed money. We are still paying that guy to talk trash about us from the couch because he ain't in the NFL, and I believe that's an example of, you can call it karma, you can call it the Bible says reaping what you sow. There's a reason he's on the couch right now. And secondly, I mean, this cap is going up more than the average of the past couple of years, which was right around 8, 9, 10 million. I've seen numbers as high as some NFL analysts saying 15 million. So for it to go up that much, that $12 million contract with $6 million guarantee is going to become for an elite corner, probably 15, 16, maybe 17 million with 10, 11 guaranteed. I mean, we're talking about a big jump here because it's not just the bad teams that have money. The New England Patriots have 71 million available to blow on whenever they want. Indianapolis Colts have got 59. I'm looking at the numbers here because I pulled it up on Spot Track because I got interested. The Oakland Raiders have 45 million next year to spend on whatever they want to spend on. So those are contenders. Those are big playoff teams right now. The Washington Redskins, who are a surprise for many people, 67 million. So the Jaguars are up there. Yes, the Buccaneers are up there. The 49ers, the Titans, the Browns, they're up there. But there's a lot of contenders sitting there with a heavy wallet.
Yeah, and of course it's going to be a competition, but everybody can't sign everybody, and everybody doesn't want to. Like, I don't see Bill Belichick spending big money on a free agent. So here's another thing though, and Saints fans hate to hear this, but it's the truth because this is where New Orleans is at right now. Bill Belichick doesn't have to spend a lot of money because he can basically pull that Nick Saban card and be like, "Look, we're champions, we're contenders every year. Take $5 million less to come win a ring." Whereas New Orleans, this isn't 2009, 2011 anymore. We can't make that argument. We can't say, "Hey, look, we're one piece away from another ring." Players are going to look at your record. They're going to hop on Pro Football Reference and be like, "No, you went 7-9, 7-9, 8-8, 7-9. No, dog, that ain't working. Throw me some money." Bill Belichick don't have to do that because he's that. One, he's a contender, and two, that's not even his personality. You either take it his way or you get to step in because he's going to win with whoever he puts on the field. So that just doesn't fly for me here because we're going to have to – I mean, Mickey Loomis, the master of money he is going to have to dish out some big dollars if he wants any of the high names on that list. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't think the Saints are going to go crazy when it comes to, spending every single dime they have free. But I think that the moves are going to be shrewd and calculated. I don't foresee the Saints just being like, you know what, we got 40 mil. Let's go. They're not going to be, an 18-year-old kid with a huge contract in a strip club.
I definitely get that. Yeah, and that's not what I'm trying to say. I think they'll be calculated in it, but I think this is the year that you'll see them do one big blockbuster type deal, which they do every year. This year, it was the whole Kobe Fleener deal. That was our blockbuster deal where we overpaid a player to get him to come here as a definite. I think we will have one of those this year. But I think that we'll also have enough money room because of how much cap we have to get a lot of quality guys, more of the Craig Robertson and the Nate Stupar type guys to come in and fill in a lot of those depth holes that we're really, really hurting in. But I mean, we're going to have to get it's not that we have to. It's Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis are going to overpay somebody. They did it with Fleener. They did it with Lewis to an extent, as good as